Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Israel has attacked Iran's nuclear facilities, including the Shahid Khandab heavy water complex in Iraq and the Ardakan yellow cake production plant in Yazd province, according to state media. Israel claimed responsibility for the strikes, which occurred just hours after it warned of escalating and expanding its campaign against Tehran. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps quickly vowed retaliation, stating that the eye for an eye equation would no longer apply, hinting at a stronger response. The Canadian press reports these attacks come amidst ongoing regional conflict. The U.S., led by President Donald Trump, is pushing for a diplomatic solution, proposing a 15-point action list to Iran via Pakistan, which includes restricting Iran's nuclear program and reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has rejected this offer, presenting its own 5-point proposal. Meanwhile, fighting continues, with Israel targeting Iranian missile production and storage sites, and Iran reportedly attacking Gulf Arab neighbors like Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. The conflict has led to significant casualties across Iran, Lebanon, Israel, and other nations, with humanitarian organizations warning of a wider disaster. According to a NetEase report, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated that weapons originally designated for Ukraine have not yet been diverted to the Middle East, but he did not rule out this possibility. Speaking in France on Friday amidst a month-long war against Iran, Rubio emphasized that the Middle East conflict has not yet impacted aid plans for Ukraine. However, he clarified that if the United States faces its own military needs, whether to replenish its arsenals or execute missions vital to national interests, weapon prioritization will always favor the U.S. This statement comes as reports suggest the Pentagon is considering diverting Ukraine-bound weapons due to the high consumption of critical ammunition in the Middle East. FNN Prime Online reports that U.S. media indicated on March 27th that the Trump administration has informed its allies that weapon supplies to Ukraine could be delayed. Citing European officials, news site Politico stated that the U.S. State Department communicated that the prioritization of weapon usage in a war with Iran might disrupt the supply of ammunition and air defense missiles like Patriot systems to Ukraine for several months. Allies are already funding their own frameworks for Ukraine, raising concerns about the potential impact of such delays. The Washington Post also on March 27th reported heightened concerns over weapon shortages, noting the U.S. military fired over 850 Tomahawk cruise missiles in 4 weeks during the Iran conflict, Tomahawks costing up to $3.6 million each, approximately 570 million Japanese yen. Take up to 2 years to manufacture with limited annual production. This situation has intensified domestic debate in the U.S. regarding weapon stockpiles, including their availability for ongoing Middle East operations and other regional contingencies. Wang Yi reports that Russia's ambition to capitalize on rising oil prices due to Middle Eastern tensions was severely undermined on March 26th. Ukraine launched a devastating long-range drone attack, hitting 3 crucial Russian oil export hubs, Primorsk, Ust-Luga, and Novorossiysk ports. These facilities, vital for Russia's oil sales to Europe, were engulfed in flames, with satellite imagery confirming extensive damage to loading arms and storage tanks. The article claims these strikes instantly crippled 40% of Russia's oil export capacity, equating to millions of barrels daily. This economic blow is significant, as oil revenues, constitute a quarter of Russia's state budget, directly impacting its ability to finance ongoing military operations. The attacks, some reaching nearly 900 kilometers from the Ukrainian border and evading Russia's Nord S-400 air defense, demonstrate Ukraine's evolving strategy to target Russia's economic lifeline rather than engaging in direct combat. This incident has raised concerns about the vulnerability of Russian territory and the effectiveness of its air defense systems. A new report from UK members of Parliament, cited by Daily Express US, warns Europe to prepare for a worst-case scenario in which the continent may have to contend with threats alone. Senior European officials echo these concerns, particularly regarding former President Donald Trump's potential approach to European security. Sources expressed worry that Trump might no longer guarantee protection for NATO members against Russian aggression and could even attempt a grand bargain with Russia that bypasses European interests, a prospect deemed impossible 5 to 6 years ago. Trump's foreign policy focus has reportedly shifted from Ukraine to the Middle East following a U.S.-Israel war on Iran. He has publicly questioned the reciprocal nature of NATO, stating, "We are there to protect Europe from Russia, but they are not there to protect us." Further concerns include Russia's significant daily revenue from oil and gas, which prompted the Trump administration to waive some sanctions. European and Ukrainian officials note growing divisions within Europe and significant delays in U.S. weapon deliveries to Ukraine, as resources are redirected to the Middle East. While one official expressed confidence in NATO's Article 5, there's a clear call for Europe, including the UK, to strengthen its collective resilience. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.